Let's get into how you can overcome your fear of rejection. I know that you don't want to go out and get rejected 1,000 of times, because all these people say, just do it over and over again and it will start. The fear will start to get lost. But that's not what you want to do. You fear rejection because it hurts, so you don't want to get rid of the fear by doing what causes it over and over again, right? There's actually another way to get rid of the fear of rejection. In order to understand it, we first need to learn more about the process of rejection. But why listen to me? I significantly decreased my fear of rejection without actually being rejected countless of times. I approached some women, but not many. Um, and actually, it worked because I now have a girlfriend, sort of. But I did it by just working on myself and understanding my own mind. And I will share everything that helped me get to that point, so you can get there as well. The reason rejection hurts is because you value yourself based on the perception of others. So, what you need to learn is to value yourself free from other people's opinions. And that sounds a bit stupid because, just value your own opinion more than others, and the fear of rejection is gone. And it's not entirely gone. It can never be entirely gone because we as humans always care, at least to some extent, about what other people think. But it really is that simple. So I wanted to show you neediness, which is a concept by Mark Manson from the book Models, because it helps us understand a lot, about that topic. Neediness occurs when you place a higher priority on what others think of you than what you think of yourself. That is what Mark Manson said. And this is basically, your fear of rejection. If you're not needy, if you place a higher priority on what you think of yourself than others, then your rejection will not be feared as much. So what you want to do is get into, this is the sentence that you want to imprint in your mind because this is really what you want to do. Here's what I have to give. If you're interested, take it. If not, totally fine. This sentence is really important because, and I stole it from Dr. K. I don't think he minds. This is basically really what you should try to strive for in everyday life. Just try to offer what you have, and just if someone doesn't like that, that's fine. But it's actually paradoxically, this is inherently attractive. Just offering what you have, and not trying to please everyone else, but just offering what you have, offering yourself with the good and the bad, and people are going to like you way more for that. Also, what I want you to understand that there are thousands of reasons why somebody could reject you, and you make your self-worth depend on that. It's absurd. So some reason could be that they're dating someone. Do you think you're worth less because someone said no to go on a date with you because they're already seeing someone? No, right? Because they're asexual? No, right? It has nothing to do with you. You don't meet their materialistic standards. Would you want to date someone who's really materialistic? No. They live on the other side of the planet. They have to fly home tomorrow. It has nothing to do with you. They recently had a traumatic experience. It has nothing to do with you or your self-worth. They don't like your hair color. It has something to do with you, but it's irrelevant, right? It's your hair color says nothing about you as a person, or not much, at least. And I don't want to sugarcoat this. These are reasons for rejection that happen sometimes, but many times rejection is just because they don't like you as a person, and or not enough, and that's fine, right? Let's get back to this. Here's what I have to give. If you're interested, take it. If not, totally fine. So people are going to like you. There are people who are going to like you, and there are people who are not going to like you, and that is totally fine. That's really normal, and that is for everybody. Even really attractive people, not everyone likes them. So you need to get this clear into your mind that some people are just going to like you and some people are not. And of course you can, you can get more attractive, and you can You can change your behavior to be more attractive, and all that will influence it a bit, but generally it doesn't really change that much. So the thing is that people will reject you because of your personality, but you don't want to change your personality in any way just to please someone, because that's actually really unattractive. So you need to imprint your mind. The more you see, hear, or read about concepts, in this case neediness, the easier they get for your brain to grasp, and the more you will apply them. So simply reading about neediness in the book Models from Mark Manson, which I really recommend. This will partly help you get into a different state of mind. And being less needy is a lifestyle. Neediness is not only something that happens in dating, but just in general, you should just try less to be the nice guy or just to please others, but you know, just be yourself. Sounds really generic and dumb, but it's really fucking true. Just be yourself. Just offer yourself, and if someone likes it, that's great. If someone doesn't like it, that's also fine. You can't be friends with everybody on the entire planet, right? Don't worry about that. So you need to rewire your brain to value yourself again. Because the more you love, value, and enjoy yourself, the less needy you become. But this makes a lot of sense, right? Because the more you enjoy yourself, the less you need validation from others. Um, and this is basically the same process as dealing with loneliness. I had to get through that a few months back, I think, and it actually worked quite well. So I think I'm quite confident on my ability to, talk on this topic. But the thing is, of course, you need to do that, and everybody knows that love yourself more. But how can you actually do that? So how can I love myself more? So I wrote down 4 questions. I had to start with, do you think you are funny? And now let's forget whether people laugh about your jokes or whatever. If you were listening to yourself, would you laugh? If you're just in a one-on-one conversation with you, could you make yourself laugh? And if the answer is yes, then you're funny. Maybe your humor is very, like, in a very tiny niche and not many people like it, but you're funny. And the thing is, everybody is funny in their own way. Humor is very subjective. So some people are just going to enjoy your humor, some are not. And this is, again, here's what I have to give. If you're interested, take it. If not, totally fine. This is basically the same concept. And the reason you don't want to, change your humor a lot, is because there are people who love your humor, the true you. There are people who love that. And if you just try to please them, while acting like you're someone else, they're actually not going to like you, even though they would have liked the true you so much, and it would have been perfect. So you don't want to do that. Now, obviously, humor is something that, for example, I have to be honest, my humor changes depending on what sort of group I'm in. But I never really tell jokes or anything that I don't think is funny. I never say something, just to make someone laugh, even though I don't think it's funny. And I think this is really important, just about, about your self-worth. Then do you feel like you're on the right path? And there's an easy part and there's a hard part. The hard part is trying to improve, trying to get better, because it's just, it's hard. And you're on the right path if you're trying to improve yourself, if you're trying to get healthy, if you're trying to get fit, if you're trying to get into healthy relationships, if you're trying to make more money or whatever, if you're trying to achieve something, then you're on the right path. And as you can see here, the easy path, or the wrong path, it's easy, but it doesn't go up. It's just straight. The hard path, it's really exhausting, but you can achieve a lot by doing that. So you're on the right path, I assume, since you're watching this video and watching videos in general that are about improving your life. So that's ticked off. That's great. Now, arguably the most important thing is, are you doing things in your life that you enjoy? This could be sports or interesting hobbies. For me, I really enjoy playing basketball. I don't play in a team. I just play for fun, sometimes with friends, and I just love it. and that's just something I enjoy doing, so I do it a lot. Passionate work. I really enjoy doing these videos, although they really don't get much attention at all. Uh, every few videos, there's someone who just writes a comment and says like, "Wow, this video really helped me," and that's already worth it for me. You know, that already makes my day better. You know, um, and also learning about things. I really enjoy learning about psychology, history, biology, whatever, all sorts of topics. I think that's great. Something I really enjoy. So you probably have some things in your life that you enjoy that you do. So that's ticked off. Do you have goals you want to achieve is the last thing, and this could be a dream physique, um, athletic goals. For example, I'm trying to get to be able to dunk a basketball, which is really ambitious because I'm only like 5'9". I have to jump incredibly high, but I think it's possible, and I will, try to do everything to make that. I'm also earning more money. Could be a goal, learning a language, or something like on the bigger picture, become a good father or husband as something that is really worth, trying to achieve. So as long as you have a goal, that's nice, that's checked off. So you have all of these things checked off. All these things applies. You deserve to feel great about yourself, right? You're funny, you're on the right path, you're doing things you enjoy, you have goals you want to achieve, and you have goals that you should work towards. That's great, right? You're great, right? So you should also feel great, but why can't you do that? Um, in order to understand this, think of yourself as two beings. If you don't feel great, your mind is separated a bit. So one is the body that does the things, that feels the emotions, and the other is the mind. I always picture it as, another head, looking above me, that judges every action you take and everything you feel. So the problem is that even when you're alone, you're in bad company, because your mind is against you. Your mind always criticizes your actions and emotions, particularly your bad emotions. Your mind criticizes your body, or you criticize yourself for feeling bad, so you end up feeling worse and worse. Then you feel worse again. You criticize yourself for feeling worse and all that. It's just terrible. You know, it's just a circle that doesn't end. So something that helped me is that you need to realize this one thing: you come alone and you go alone. So the only person who will always be with you on your side, always be with you by your side, is you. When you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, whatever happens, you're always with you. So shouldn't you be on your side rather than always criticizing yourself? Of course, right? Makes a lot of sense, but it's still hard to do. And something that I want to point out is, of course, it's impossible to feel wonderful always. Do you feel wonderful 24 hours? Sometimes wonderful, sometimes nasty, sometimes beautiful, and sometimes ugly. And that's okay. The thing is, you constantly feel bad because you criticize your emotions instead of just accepting them. Feeling bad is okay, and once you accept that feeling bad is okay, you suddenly feel better. It sounds really weird, but it's true. I haven't really felt terrible or really bad in the last few weeks or months, even though there were situations where I felt bad. I always looked at myself and was like, I feel bad now. Okay, is that awful? No, I can feel bad sometimes. That's fine. And suddenly I felt better. It makes a lot of sense, right? So how can you get your mind to be on your side? When you feel bad, it's you. When you feel bad, you are the cause of the emotion. It's not someone else. Uh, whatever it is, maybe someone hit you in the face. They made this terrible action, but the emotion you feel is your fault, or not fault, but it's you that produces this bad emotion. Um, which also means that when you feel good, it's you. But when you feel bad and it's your fault, this means that you can also choose to feel better. This sounds a bit, wishy-washy, but it's actually true. I want you to spend some time with yourself and just think. No phone, no music, no whatever. Just think, just look, stare at a wall. Really do that. Try to do that. And notice how you feel good and notice how you feel bad. And realize how you feel your emotions. They don't matter as much as you think. You can even choose to feel good right now in this moment. Right now with me. Choose to feel good. Just smile. Choose to feel good. You will feel better 100%. And even if you feel bad, you can choose to feel good. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And it sounds like I'm drifting off, and this has nothing to do with fear of rejection anymore. But this is all, the base of you being a confident person that enjoys himself, that feels happy, making you need less, other people less, making you less needy. And in the end, being less needy makes you fear rejection less. So this all is really important. It's the base of all this. And if you know how to be by yourself, then coming together will be hugely rewarding. If you can enjoy your own company, so that when you just sit in a room for 10 hours just by yourself doing nothing, that's fun. If you can do that fun, if you can be happy doing that, then whoever you're with, it's going to be amazing because you're just amazing. It's really true. Once you learn to enjoy your own company, you will be more confident because whatever happens, you're with you. It's always fine. However you feel, whatever happens, you're never alone because you have you. You will be less needy because why you don't need other people because you have you. Of course, you want other people. You enjoy other people. That's fine. That's totally fine. But you don't need them to feel good. You don't need them. You will also enjoy other people's company more. Because you're less stuck in your mind. You're better at just enjoying the moment and being present. You will also lose your fear of rejection, at least to some extent, because you just enjoy yourself more. You're less dependent on other people's opinions. You will be more happy. I don't have to explain that. Once you enjoy your own company, of course, you will be more happy. You will feel less lonely. If you can be happy by yourself, you're not going to be lonely. And you will live an amazing life because think about it. If you can choose to feel good all the time, if you're always by your side, if you're always on your side, more importantly, if you're always with yourself, always, just being optimistic and all that, whatever happens in your life, you will live an amazing life. It's just that. And I want to tell you that this is a process that can take some time. You know, getting to being lonely, not liking yourself, to feeling great pretty much all the time. Um, sorry, to feeling great about yourself and just about life in general. This takes time to get from this extreme to this extreme, but you can make progress really fast. It's just not a lot of progress, but it can. For me, it worked really fast. So I don't know about this about other people, but for me, it was like one day I was very lonely, and then suddenly I felt so much better. Because I watched some Sadhguru stuff. So you probably know him, some Indian guru, but he's great. I think the stuff that he says is just amazing. It's going to help you. It's going to help you think about life differently than what we're used to nowadays. Your mind's going to just work better. It's going to be on your side. You're going to feel way better. Also, you can remind yourself by, for example, sticking quotes on your wall or at your phone's wallpaper or whatever. That can definitely help. I did that too sometimes. Just reminding myself that everything's good. Always be on your side and all that sort of stuff. It sounds a bit cringe. I wouldn't really feel comfortable with someone seeing that walking into my room. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's true. People can make fun of you all the time, but at the end of the day, you're just more happy than them. You're more successful than them. So let them make their jokes. That's fine. You do you. Also, just try to feel content at all times or most of the time. It's impossible to always feel great, but if you can, if you can, feel bad and then choose to feel better, that's already amazing. You know, Once you realize, okay, I feel bad, whatever happened, just observe that emotion and try to get a bit better. Try to always be optimistic and all that. It's going to reflect on your friends as well, on your peers. They're going to be way nicer to you as well. Once you learn to be on your side, your fear of rejection will decrease, like I already said, but it won't disappear. You will always fear rejection to some extent because you're a human being and we care about what others think, and that's okay. That's just normal. You cannot make that go away with social creatures. That's impossible. That's fine. But the thing is, the more you do it, the easier it will get. So obviously, cold approaching will help with decreasing your fear, but you don't have to do it. Like I already said, it's not mandatory to do, to decrease it. Also, something that helped me is to see it as nervousness and not as fear, because nervousness means that you care, and caring about something is great. Fearing something, can make sense, of course, but nervousness means that basically you just wonder whether you like that person, you're going to like that person, whether you two are going to be compatible. you know you're nervous because it could be great. Just that. And nervousness is really healthy. Don't worry about that. If you watch this far, your life will improve dramatically in every aspect, I guarantee it. Just because you watched this video to the end, your attention span is amazing. And I'm proud of you for being on this journey, trying to improve yourself. And, don't worry about all these videos telling you have to do great all the time, all that. Just trying to be on the right path is already being on the right path. So, don't be too harsh on yourself. Is my life lesson for the day. Don't be too harsh on yourself because that's something I see a lot recently. Subscribe to see more videos that are worth your time. I really think mine are worth your time. So subscribe if you enjoyed them. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment and share your most important life lesson for everyone watching. I'd be really interested in that. With that said, I wish you an amazing day.